Hello friends. Welcome to Spinal Cord Injury TV. Here on this channel we promote spinal cord injury community, with their visuals, and analyze their everyday to-day activities. There are different sport wheelchair for paraplegia or wheelchair users, such as tennis, basketball, racing and so on. Here in this video is day in life of a paraplegia using different sport wheelchair for sport activities.
This is a day in the life of a paraplegic, and I'm going racing today. We stayed over at my boyfriend's parents' house, which has an inaccessible bathroom because it's too narrow. So he scoots me in the doorway with this trick. But once I'm in the bathroom, I'm free to do my thing, including cathing. There's no pedestal sink, so I just have to pull up to the side to get as close as possible. I unfortunately need a lot of single-use plastics because of my disability, so I try to cut down on that by using sustainable toothpaste like I just showed. I have to get out of the bathroom using that same trick, and when it's time to leave, I'm able to use this ramp, thank goodness, because it was raining. Currently, I'm still forced to be passenger princess, and my boyfriend takes the wheelchair to the hatch. We drove an hour and a half to get to road racing because there's no closer adaptive sports, and I like the equipment and training to do it on my own. I sit in a kneeling position with my legs underneath me, which is why you don't see them here. It's still amateur hour for me, so if you have tips, please let me know. But they actually let me borrow the chair while I'm waiting on a girl. This is an everyday manual wheelchair. Because I'm paralyzed, this is what I use to get around day to day. And this is a sports wheelchair, tennis specifically. They're much faster and more agile, used for specific activities, but there's pros and cons to both chairs, as I wouldn't use a sports chair for everyday use. Because the wheels on a sports chair are cambered, it makes the wheelchair too wide to fit through a lot of doorways. There's also no brakes on sports chairs, so it can make transfers a little bit more difficult, and also because of the seatbelt, it adds an extra step to the transfer process. I'm also unable to wheelie at all in a sports chair because of that little wheel back there, whereas in my normal everyday chair, I can wheelie to get over obstacles like this. Using different wheelchairs is the same as using different shoes for different activities, which is why I'll keep using my everyday chair. Because a group of boys made provoking comments about my wheelchair on the court today, I wanted to show you how I keep my wheelchair safe while I play tennis. I make sure not to leave my everyday wheelchair on the fence closest to the entrance. I leave it on the farthest fence. I'm an anxious person, so this just gives me peace of mind so that I can focus on what I want to do, not the wheelchair. This is a sports wheelchair, and here's how it's different from an everyday chair. As you can see, you can turn them much faster, and that's partly because of the angle or camber of the wheels. Because this is a tennis chair, the front caster wheels are also very small. There's also that fifth wheel in the back that prevents the wheelchair from tipping backwards. It also comes with a seatbelt and other straps to keep you locked in for safety, as well as making it slightly more responsive. There's also no extras like brakes to keep the weight down and therefore make it faster. However, because it is a tennis chair, it does come with that little bag there to store the balls. That's because I don't really have free hands to hold the balls, and I can hit them, sort of. I'm not that great, but it is fun. A lot of people think that just because you're paralyzed, you can't ride a bike. So I wanted to show how my bike works as someone that is paralyzed. It's a power assist hand bike, so I have to turn the battery on first, and that just makes it easier to push, especially if you're off-road. And also because it is quite a large bike. And then I just strap my legs in and attach the seatbelt. So like I said, it is a hand bike, so that means you hold on to the hand cranks to simultaneously push. There's also a throttle if you need it to. And to steer, you just turn the hand cranks. And then lastly, when you're done, you just turn everything off.
Please kindly click subscribe. Thanks for your support.